Greetings and salutations! It is I, Professor Macabro, here to regale you with a haul video. Yes, indeed. I was fortunate enough to be able to cross the border to our neighbors in the USA and grocery shopping and stuff that we needed around the house here and there. And I was able to find a couple of neat stuff at a Target and a Ross that I visited. And also, I was able to find a yard sale. This one lady that was across where I frequent had a bunch of stuff on sale, and I, of course, am never one to not want to find something at a yard sale. So I peeked in and I found a couple of stuff. So let's get started and share the haul. Yes, indeed. So first off, at the yard sale, for my little gremlins, even though they are a little older, I still read stories to them. Either I regale them with a bedtime story that I come up with by myself, or I still read books to them. Yes, indeed. It's important to read to kids to foment that love for reading, you see. And at that yard sale, they had this Halloween book, which of course I could not avoid buying. I had to get it. And it's Pooh's Halloween Parade. Yes, indeed. A nice Halloween book is something that your old pal, Professor Macabro, can't avoid but to get. Yes, indeed. Anything that's Halloween related, bet your ass Professor Macabro's gonna pick up, even if it's something as vanilla as Winnie the Pooh. But hey, now that Winnie the Pooh's public domain, this was before that Poohverse that supposedly is gonna happen, so I thought, why not pick that up? Yes, indeed. What else did I pick up at that yard sale? Oh yes, I picked up this thing. Professor Macabro, of course, has a lot of Halloween knickknacks here and there. And he also has a couple of Day of the Dead things. And I saw this thing and I was like, well, I kind of have to get it. It's a little unicorn. But he's painted in the Calaveras or Katrina's designs. And he's a little skeleton unicorn. So it's a Day of the Dead unicorn. I saw this and I couldn't help but get it to have it in my Day of the Dead display. So yes, a little Day of the Dead unicorn, cause why not? Also, a friend of the family knows that I like Doctor Who, and they got into Doctor Who during the 10th and the 11th Doctor's run. David Tennant and Matt Smith. Because, well, this person thought they were cute. But after they left, they didn't much care for Peter Capaldi or Jodie Whittaker, and they kind of fell off interest with Doctor Who. But they gave me this because they knew that I still follow the Doctor, and it's a TARDIS coffee mug. Yes, indeed, it has a little something at the top, and then you pour your liquids here. So yes, very, very fragile. Have to be very, very careful handling this. I don't think I'll actually use this for drinks, but it doesn't look like that person used it for drinks either, because it doesn't look grimy or used. They just bought it because it's a TARDIS. So of course it's much appreciated, and it will go into the themed little mugs that I have. But yes, a TARDIS coffee mug I thought was pretty cool. So what did I get at that Ross? Well, I went to the Ross and I picked up for $4 something that I hope will improve. I'm always looking for ways to improve the channel, either with the lighting or the spooky effects or what have you. Unfortunately, it's hot. Freaking hot today. It's been hot for a couple of days, and Professor Macabro fell down the stairs and landed on his ass, unfortunately hurting his back and his neck. So you will have to excuse the changes in the lighting because my movement is not that well. So, yes, unfortunately I can't set up everything as I usually do until I'm a little better. But I'm always finding or looking for ways to improve the channel, you see. And one of those things that I bought at a Ross will hopefully help with that. And it's this 10-inch color-changing ring light. Now I have a ring light. It's a white ring light. It only does white, kind of a yellowish color, and then kind of a bluish color. But that's all that it does, and it served me well. But this one is a multicolored, color-changing ring light. So it does all the colors of the rainbow, and then it does strobe effects, and it does a whole bunch of cool stuff. So this will hopefully help add to the lighting in the video. So yes, a 10-inch multicolored ring light. It only cost me $4, so I thought that was pretty cool. And again, it will hopefully help to improve the quality of this humble channel. Also, at that Ross, I picked up this for $10. That was pretty cool. A Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Leonardo figure. Yes, indeed. Well known that I grew up watching the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And my favorite turtle was Leonardo. So I always try, whenever I come across something turtle-related, to pick up something from Leonardo. So I saw this guy, and he's nowhere near the quality of the NECA figures or your Super 7 figures. This is actually it's not even the Playmates quality. This is a very, very low quality looking Ninja Turtle figure, but it has, it proposes a lot of articulation, and it has changeable arms, katanas, a swappable face. So, again, I couldn't help myself, and I bought it. So, yes, hey, what is this? A Best Action Ninja Turtles Leonardo that I got, indeed. So, and also at that Ross, I found this thing that I also could not avoid getting because it looks super cool. If I can just, there we go. I found this Friday the 13th shirt that has the Friday the 13th logo, a bunch of Jason masks, which I've displayed there. There's my DUI Friday the 13th final chapter mask and my part 3 mask. Yes, indeed. So I saw this and I was like, I gotta get it. I must get it. And get it I did. Yes, indeed. It's new, and it is a officially licensed Friday the 13th t-shirt. I got it for $8 at Walmart. You know, merchandise like this used to cost $8, but they started jacking up the price, and now it's $10, I think, for tees like this, or $9, I forget. But got this for $8, and I was like, heck yeah, it's on my size, and I'm a chunky motherfucker, and it's Friday the 13th, so of course I was gonna get it. I only have one Friday the 13th shirt that I got as a present last year, so yes indeed. And I have debated whether or not to change my regalia. I mean, I've used this combo for many years. The red with the red and the black. But I have dabbled with the idea, and I've only done it once, of changing the royal regalia and start using horror shirts. It's something that I've toyed with. Then at Target, had a liquidation sale on the Playmates figures for that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles animated movie that came out, Mutant Mayhem. And I have issues with that movie, But all in all, the animation looked cool, and it had a lot of really interesting references. And I bought the Leonardo of that series, but every figure was $5. And I was like, well, I'm going to get this one. And I have to go back for Mikey and Raph. But I picked up a Donatello from that movie. So yes, it's very interesting how they kind of took elements from all the other movies. Leonardo looks like your proper Ninja Turtle, and then Donatello started using glasses in the Michael Bay series, and this one has glasses, and then Mikey has his look, and then Raph looks with the bandana, looks like Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So very interesting that they took like elements from each one of the series. But yes, picked up a Donatello, but I would like to go back and eventually get Raphael and Michelangelo someday, maybe. Yes, indeed. But the crown piece of the haul, and something that, well, at least for the following month, I will have to cut back on my movie purchases, as well as some other knickknacks that I won't be able to purchase, because I went to the Target, and I usually go to the NECA collectibles section that they got to look for more Toony Terrors, which is the series that I am actually collecting. But I'm really excited about this. I went to that section, and there stood a goddess. A goddess was waiting for me. And I was like, oh, I've been trying to get my goddess for many a long time. The Horror Cat Dad has 4 goddesses, and I had only the Toony Terror one. But I was debating whether to get it, but I've never come across this particular figure, and I've wanted it for a long time. So Professor Macabro will eat cheap foods for at least a month, and will cut back on his movie purchases for at least a month, because I paid her with the credit card. So yes, I have to pay that back. But I've finally added my first, and probably only, NECA figure to the collection, and it is the goddess herself, Elvira. Yes, indeed, I picked up the Elvira NECA figure. Now, this is a reissue of the first release of Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. If you follow the Horror Cat Dad, he has done reviews on all of the Elvira figures. There's the regular Elvira, there's the red dress Elvira, there's the Christmas Elvira, and there's the Rainbow Elvira. And in the Rainbow Elvira, the Horror Cat Dad mentioned that they changed the head swap. It used to be you had a full molded head that you would swap. But with the Rainbow Elvira, they changed it to a faceplate. And that is the case with this reissue. Instead of being a separate head mold with the hair and everything, it is just a face mold that you just swap the face. You swap the face, I'm sorry. So it looks, I must admit, it looks a little cheaper. How much would they really save on plastic by just getting rid of the face mold as opposed to a head mold? I don't know. I wouldn't imagine it would be that much of a difference in cost of plastic, but that's what they did, and apparently that's what they're gonna start doing with these NECA figures. But I don't care. I finally found the goddess Elvira, indeed. So now I have the red dress Funko Pop Elvira, the Toony Terrors Elvira, but now I have a full-blown, beautiful Elvira NECA figure. And again, this will probably be my only NECA purchase, because it's the goddess. I could not buy her. I've never seen the Elvira figures at any Walmarts or Targets. And again, I had to I'm gonna have to sacrifice a couple of purchases and to pay her back, but I don't care. It's Elvira. I love her so. And yes, this is the faceplate reissue of the NECA Elvira figure. But she's so lovely. Will I open her? I don't think so. Think I'm gonna keep her boxed. But if you want to see how she looks opened and all her posability and stuff like that, check out the Horror Cat Dad. He again has done reviews on all 4 Elviras. But yes, this will probably be the only Elvira I'm gonna get, because it's honestly the only one I could afford. But I've wanted her for a long time, and now she's finally here. And I'm so happy, so happy to add the Goddess Elvira figure to the collection. Oh, yes, she's so beautiful. Indeed. Well, that was the standout of the haul, I must admit. And yes, a nice little haul, but I wanted to share it with you all. Yes, again, I do apologize for the lighting, but bear with me. I am still organizing things, but it's kind of hard to bend over and grab stuff when your neck's kind of crunchy after a fall through the stairs. But hopefully I will heal up and you'll get proper lighting and proper mood. And I'll set up that color ring light for you soon. But until then, this has been Professor Macabro. That is Zombie Wesitos. And we wish you all, like always, a good evening.